Let's take a closer look at the configuration options in the Chatgpt interface from OpenAI. The objectives are that you know this interface. Let's start on the top left of the interface. Both the logo and the new chat tab allow you to start a new chat. The next option allows us to search chats that I have done before, so I can search them by text. I have those same chats down here. Here you can see a previous chat where I tried several things. Then I have this library here. This library contains images I previously generated with this chat. Sora is OpenAI's video creation tool, available only in the paid version. By clicking here, you access the website where you can explore Sora, but with limitations as a free user. This video creation tool allows paid users to generate a certain number of videos per month. The next section is about custom GPTs, where we can see chatbots created by people using the paid version. For example, I've created one for the doctoral school of the Polytechnic University of Valencia, and another as a test. Here you can find selected options such as Write for Me, Scholar GPT, Create and Organize, or the Consensus tool, which links to an external tool for use. In the free version, we get about 10 to 15 interactions before it's saturated, but this is where we can access custom GPTs and explore them. The next section shows the custom GPTs we've already used, like the doctoral school one I mentioned earlier. Then it suggests upgrading to Plus if I want to edit them or make other changes. Let's go back to this one. Here we can click the Share button, which will give us a link to this chat. Here we have a public link, we can create it, we can also archive this chat, we can report a problem or delete it. Archiving it hides it from the interface, but we can still access it. Here we could select the model in the case of the paid version. In this version, it only allows us to upgrade, which means improving it by moving to the paid version, or letting Chatgpt choose our model between GPT-5 and GPT-5 Mini. Here we can copy what we have done. Here we can share the link of the item we have made. In this previous interaction, we have options to like or dislike the answer, to read it aloud and regenerate it. The Regenerate button also shows which model was used. In this case, I asked it to make a normal curve with a standard deviation. Let's add a new chat and create a temporary chat, which means it won't appear in the history, won't use memory, isn't used for training models, and a copy can be kept for up to 30 days. Back to a regular chat, one of the older ones, we can find options like adding photos or files, turning on study and learn mode, and focusing on creating an image, even though we can generate it with a prompt. We can ask it to use more thought, perform an in-depth investigation, or search the internet. We can also use Canvas mode, which allows us to interact with a document or program, make changes, and have it execute them. Additionally, we can connect to different sources to access documents. Here we have to dictate and to activate the voice mode. But what I really wanted to show are the configuration options. We can switch to a higher plan. Here we customize how should Chatgpt call me, what it's my job, what personality should Chatgpt have. Right now we can choose between these four: cynical, robot, attentive, and fricky. Here, each personality is explained, and which qualities Chatgpt should have. Here, we can tell it to adopt a formal or informal tone, be talkative, blunt, or other styles. This is where we can set that. We can enable this options for new chats or leave it, so every time we have to select it. Then in the general settings, we have the appearance options, like choosing dark or light mode, and the accent color, which affects the app's interface elements such as chat bubbles and other visuals. This can be useful if we have multiple GPT accounts and want to interact with them within the app, so we can easily know which one we are interacting with. The language is set to automatic by default, but you can select your preferred one if you wish. You can select a voice and listen to a sample to hear how it sounds. You can also enable notifications. For example, when using thinking mode, the answer isn't immediate, and notifications can alert you when the process is finished. In the paid version, you can receive notifications or emails to inform you when a task you've sent has been completed. Here we can modify custom instructions, which we saw earlier, and enable or disable for new chats. Next, we have the memory option, which means Chatgpt can save what we do if we allow it, and use that information in future conversations. Rather than being limited to one conversation, it can make references to your previous chats. I don't have any, but this is where you can manage or delete saved memories. What applications do you have connected? You should have Google Drive, OneDrive or the professional OneDrive, so you can get files from there. You can disable if you want your data to be used to improve the model, as well to use the voice mode or the video recordings if you made it, manage the links you've created, manage the chats you've archived, archive all of them, delete them, or export your data. Next, we have the option to enable multi-factor authentication, which sends a message to your mobile to access the account and provides extra security. We can also log out of this device, log out from all devices we've used before, or use ChatGPT's secure login for other applications that support it. However, this isn't very common for general use. Here we can improve the plan or delete the account if we want. In this section, we have links and domains, which allow you to publish GPTs for everyone. You must have the paid version and verify your identity to share them. Basically, what I wanted to show you is the interface available in the free version. The paid version is the same but includes some additional features I mentioned earlier. With this, I'll conclude the video where I've explained the Chatgpt interface.